Hey there. What we're going to be looking at today are literal equations. So literal equations have more than one variable in them. Since they have more than one variable in them, we cannot just solve that equation and get like x equals 5. Because we have all these variables, it's not possible for us to get just a number answer. Instead, what our goal here to do is, I'm going to just use this first as an example. They give us an equation that has lots of variables in it. It says 4x. That means they want us to solve for x, or another way of saying solve for x is get x by itself. So your final answer for these things are going to be a rearranged equation. It's not going to be, like I said, just something like x equals 5. In this case, it'll be x equals this equation rearranged so that x is by itself. The way you solve these is very similar to the way you solve a regular equation. You want to undo whatever is happening to your variable. And in this case, the one we care about is x. So what's happening to x right now, we're adding 2. To undo my plus 2, we do the opposite just like before. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. On this side, the 2's cancel. That's what I want. I get just x, which means once I write down what I have on the other side, I'm actually done because x is by itself. So cool, we're most of the way there. On the other side, none of those are like terms. I have w, I have plus 4v, I have minus 2. None of those are like terms, so I can't really simplify that any further. Just write those in the order that you have them. W plus 4v minus 2. The variable x is by itself, which is what I wanted. So this right here is my final answer. You probably feel like you're not really done, but that's all this question is asking you to do, I promise. You could write this one a few other ways. You could switch the order of the 4v and the w. You could put these 3 things in any order that you want as long as they have the right signs in front of them. These 2 need to be positive, the 2 needs to be negative. Let's try some more. So next one, I have x over m equals n over p. This 4x means I want to get x by itself. So I need to undo whatever's happening to x. What is happening to x on this side? You often read this as x over m, but that's over is not really a math word. That's the same as x divided by m. How do I undo dividing? I do the opposite, which is multiplying. So I'm going to multiply both sides. To undo divided by m, I'm going to multiply by m. Here they cancel, which is what I want. I get just x, which is what I want. On the other side, you might be thinking of writing it like this, which is technically right, but that's not really the most simplified way we can write it. Whenever you're multiplying by something that's not already a fraction, think of it as being over 1. When you multiply fractions, go straight across the tops, multiply them together, straight across the bottoms, multiply them together. So another way of writing that would be n times m over p times 1 is p. This would work too. That would probably be the best way to write that. Or you could write it with the m and then the n on top over p. That would be fine. I would even take what we had back here. I'd be pretty happy with that. But if you had like a multiple choice test or something, this would be the option they would give you. Let's try some more. So these 2 are going to have 2 steps to get your variable by itself. We're not going to really go more complicated than that. This isn't something we're going to do all day, every day for the rest of the year. Just a skill I want you to be familiar with. Here's our equation. It says 4a. So we want to get a by itself. So I have a times c minus b. Just like when we solve equations with numbers, we want to undo our subtraction and addition first by doing the opposite. To undo minus b, I'm going to add b. So this side is now just g plus b. I can't do much else with that because they're not like terms. Other side, ac stays the same, but the b's have canceled because that's what I wanted to happen anyway. Moving along, a isn't quite by itself yet. Remember that's a times c. To undo multiplying by c, I need to divide by c. Anything I do to one side, I got to do to the other. This side, again, I can't really simplify that any further. It's just g plus b over c. On this side, c divided by c cancels. I get just a. I have a by itself, so I am finished. One last one. This one actually has some numbers in it. That's okay. This is a b in case it looks like a 6 on your end. This is a b. Same idea as this. We have a lovely equation. We want A by itself. So we need to undo whatever's happening to A. First off, we need to undo minus 4b. The opposite of subtracting 4b is adding 4b. Anything I do to one side, I gotta do to the other. Cancel, cancel. This side is just g plus 4b. This side is still 30a. And then to finish that off, that's 30 times a. To undo 30 times something, I divide by 30. Here I get just a, which is what I want. Here, since I don't know what g is, and I don't know what b is, I can't really do anything to simplify this, so it's just going to stay g plus 4b over 30. And you're done. So again, it probably feels like you haven't gotten to the right final answer. You know that you are done when you have whatever variable is asking for to be by itself completely isolated like we've done here. Hopefully now you're feeling a little more comfortable with literal equations. Have a great day.